Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Excited to talk to you guys about this quickly changing industry and everything that we're learning. So first off, customer experiences are changing. I've mentioned this a couple of times. If I told you 10 years ago that you would get comfortable getting into strangers' cars regularly, you would say I'm crazy. And yet we do this every day with Uber. And the world, in terms of our expectations of what a brand will do to serve us, how they will meet our needs, how will they serve us, is changing very quickly. This is creating a very new challenge and dilemma for IT departments everywhere. On one hand, everyone knows that user experience is really creating a change in brand perception, how people spend, where they're going to be loyal. At the same time, IT departments are not necessarily given bigger budgets to go and transform for the future. They need to run the business while transforming. Very frequently I hear this compared to flying a plane and changing the engine while it's in flight. How do I do that without creating damage or impact to my business? Very difficult challenge. It's one that we've actually been focusing on quite a bit as we've been building out our cloud strategy and as we've looked at the different customers that we are going to bring alongside us into this cloud. So speaking of the Webex contact center and our customer experience, what have we built? Where are we going? How are we thinking about this? We've categorized this in 3 different ways of interacting with a customer. First off, prevent them from calling you or contacting you at all. Our proactive experiences. How do we use data to better understand when you should be reaching out, why you should be reaching out, and really meeting their need before they even come to you? Next is self-service. With the changes in mobile apps and how we're able to do a little bit more in a self-service fashion, we have a lot of brands that are looking at how do we create self-service experiences that are easy to use and that will really fulfill those customer needs so they don't have to call in, wait in a queue, and again, get a better experience. Last but not least, we know there is always going to be a need for a human agent to deal with a wide range of customer requests, whether it be due to the industry, like healthcare or finance, where people are not exactly comfortable sharing that type of information with a virtual agent. But also, as things are not able to be dealt with through a virtual agent, we need to make sure that you can hand it off to a human and address that customer concern to make sure we're closing out that customer challenge. As we look at all of these engagement models, it is happening across a wide range of channels, different types of places where people want to have that conversation, whether that be on social or means of communication like WhatsApp, how we talk to our friends, our family. That's where I want to go and meet the vendors that I want to speak to as well. All of this is wrapped with, obviously, AI. I'm sure a word you've been hearing very often this week. There's no shortage of AI also in the contact center or the customer experience space, and we've built the entire cloud experience on top of a common Webex platform. This is the same platform that powers our meetings, our calling, our messaging, our conference rooms. We've taken all of the capabilities that we've invested in over the last couple of years, and we've added that into our customer experience. So what have we built? Well, we've really reimagined how people work in this industry, and these are just 2 of the new experiences that we've brought to market. These are available today. Our brand new agent desktop. We've taken a look at what does an agent do when they're interacting with a customer, what pieces of information do they need at their fingertips so they can serve their customers better and faster. Next, we looked at the supervisor experience. What does a supervisor need to do in this new world? When you're managing a set of agents that are not only taking phone calls and people on queues, but they're interacting on things like social media. How do I manage all the different ways that communication is happening with my customers, with my team? So with that, we want to jump into an example. So what you see here is a virtual agent. On the left side is the workflow, and on the right side is what the customer is actually engaging with. In this particular case, the customer would like to book a service. So first you're seeing that we are jumping into a security flow. The security flow is making sure that the customer is who they say they are. So we're validating that we know who you are. We're then able to look you up in our system of record, like a CRM. I'm able to find your information and look at what was the last product that you ordered. Looks like it's the doorbell. Well, we know you want to book a service, so let's figure out what services do people commonly purchase after purchasing that doorbell? Well, it's the installation service. Great. You're able to do your selection of the service, and next up, we go straight into scheduling. When would you like this service booked? With some of our natural language capabilities, you're able to see there, day after tomorrow. We're being able to be contextually relevant to that date, select a date, a time, and last but not least, we're going to go into making a payment for that to simplify that visit once they actually go and do that service. So you're going to see an integrated payment experience here as well, in this case using Apple Pay. When I talk to customers today about what just happened in this experience, very often they have 3 agents. The first agent is triaging that incoming call, trying to figure out what does this customer want, how can I help them, getting their information, verifying them. The second agent is able to do the service sale and maybe the scheduling, because not all agents are trained to use every single back-end system. The last agent is handling credit card information, because again, not every agent has been trained to handle credit card information. We had 0 human agents in this case. And not only was it 0, it was actually a pleasant experience for many customers. When we interviewed our different customer bases, definitely certain generations said, I do not want to talk to a human being. I'd rather do it over text. So you're not able to meet new customers in the experiences that they want. All right, let's jump into our brand new agent desktop experience. Let's take a look. So here we have our brand new agent desktop. What you're seeing here on the right is the different channels that an agent can go and serve. So maybe they handle some phone calls, maybe some chats, some emails, some social. They're able to respond and see all the different communications that they're engaging with across the customer base. Next, in the middle here, I'm able to see live analytics. How am I doing with all of the calls that I'm getting, with all the queues that I'm supporting relative to my team? Really helps an agent understand their performance, where they need to pay attention, and what improvements might need to be made. We have an incoming call coming in right here, new customer coming in, and as I go and accept that call, I'm able to see the entire history of what this customer has gone through. I can see if they started with a virtual agent, if they were handed off from another human agent. I'm able to understand all of the context, so I don't start that call by repeating questions that are going to be very annoying to that customer. So I get all the context. It looks like they're looking for a discount. Turns out, I'm not actually allowed to do that, so I'm going to go look at the information a little bit more and then eventually bring this to my supervisor or to my group support team. So first off, I'm going to look at the contact history. Is this a customer that calls every day, every week, every month? How often are they engaging with us as an end user? That's not all of the information, though. I want to make sure I understand how much do they buy from us. Eventually, we just want to make sure you're improving customer lifetime value. The integration we have with back-end systems allows you to see the actual orders, when they were processed, if they were delivered, what is the state of this customer. Looks like they've bought some products already. Now they're a repeat customer and they want a discount. I'm going to go and get some support. We have integrated our UCaaS solution, so the ability to engage a supervisor or a support team directly into the agent desktop. You don't need to use another tool. So right from here, I can go in and look at the discounts approval space, make a request, send the information with that customer. That team can now go into the back-end system and also take a look at what does this customer look like. They provide their approval, and just like that, I'm able to give it directly to the customer. What would this have looked like in a different experience? Well, first off, I'd probably put that customer on hold, and then I would swivel chair to a different set of tools that I have to get trained on so that I can contact back office, whether it's for approvals, whether it's for looking up their orders, so many different tools. The average contact center agent is engaging with roughly 40 tools for all of the different things they need to do. And right here, you've seen that streamlined so they can deliver that customer experience very quickly to the customer. So next up, we're going to talk a little bit more about AI. I'm going to have Jono come and join us, who's leading our overall contact center experience. Jono?
Thank you, Larissa. Good morning, Amsterdam. As Larissa said, we are supercharging our contact center product with AI to help you deliver on your customer experience goals. Let's start with why Cisco? Most of the industry today is working on what you see on the left-hand side, large language models, text, emails, transcripts, understanding documents. But that's just the beginning. We at Cisco have heritage, many years, decades of understanding real-time media, voice, and video. And that's why we're building what we call our RMM, real-time media models, a way to understand more than just the words. I am an expressive person, ask the folks that work with me. I move my hands a lot, I talk up, I talk down. If suddenly I'm just talking plain level, something could be wrong. There is richness of signal in that audio and video that will give that human agent or the machine, the virtual agent, a better understanding of how to handle Jono's needs when he calls in. That's an example of why Cisco. We've also spent a lot of time building what we call our AI codec. Thanks to the engineering work that's being done right now, we are able to use about 1/16 in some cases the bandwidth of the next best codec, meaning that your customers, no matter where they are, will be able to get their message through to the virtual agent, to the human agent. They can be heard. And why does that matter? Well, first of all, it's a better customer experience. You can hear me, you can hear what I need, even if my bandwidth is not great. But there's downstream effects as well. Clearer audio means better transcription, better summarization. When you have better transcription and better summarization, you can then feed these AI models and do better there, better learning, drive better action towards the customer's outcome. So what starts as a better customer experience fuels the machine to deliver better customer experience. That's an example of why you need the RMM, the real-time media and understanding, as part of your system. Now, I just gave an example of audio, clear audio. We all have had good and bad experiences. I'm not going to comment on the story I'm about to tell you. You can decide for yourself. Rental cars, this happens to me a lot. I change my flight or my flight was delayed, whatever that is. I need to make sure the reservation's still there the next day. I am one of those people, I don't like calling in. I will spend 5 minutes on my mobile app to find the web chat. I'll start chatting. I'll say, I need to let you know that my reservation will change because I'm coming tomorrow. I'm coming a day later. Please hold the car for me. 90% of the time, I end up having to call in. They'll say, could you please call in to this number? We can handle this real time. That's problem number one. When I call in, I have to wait. I am put in a queue for the next available agent. It's problem number two. And then when that agent picks up, hello, could I get your phone number, please? Wait, but I'm calling you from my phone. And then it's, how can I help you? You told me to call in, faux pas number three. These are the makings of a poor customer experience. The way we see it, you should never have to wait as a customer. You should never have to repeat yourself. And when you're talking with that brand or business, they should know you. That's your personal concierge. That is a good customer experience. You saw with Larissa earlier the underpinnings of this system, what we call our real-time journey data service. It captures all of the interactions that happen and those transcriptions so I can better understand. That is the foundational element of a great personalized experience. That also powers a new generation of really great agent experiences. We support the human agent with features like conversation summaries. When I have to, if I have to, hand off to another human agent, don't make that next agent read 7 minutes of transcript. Give them what they need, that understanding, and they can pick up and continue. You lessen that frustration because of that handoff. Second, as I'm going through that interaction, provide me the answers that best serve the customer. As we bring in that understanding of Jono's sentiment, we can even shape that answer to not just be the fact, but match it to his tone. If he's upset, be more apologetic, right? Those are things that will make a better customer experience. Finally, once that interaction is done, automatically generate the wrap-up. We know this. For every 5-minute interaction, the agent is probably spending about a minute in wrap-up. That's not great efficiency. The more we can do to help that wrap-up happen faster, the better off the business is, and we can move on to that next customer. By the way, agent burnout and churn is a real problem. Generating wrap-up also means that you have a higher quality bar of that wrap-up, which then again fuels the machine of understanding, so next time around, you're able to do better for that customer. goodness all around. This next one is something we're really excited about. It's coming out later this year. It's coaching highlights. So I talked about summarization and understanding. Our system can take a recording, an interaction, and break it into chapters based off of a topic. Then we overlay our understanding of that sentiment, which we can do best because we understand voice, video, and such, and provide the supervisor a very focused understanding of not just is this agent good or bad, it's too coarse-grained, but what topics, what part of these interactions are going well or not, so that you can pinpoint some training, or perhaps this is not the right agent for this topic, right? It's a new way to think about this, all done in real time. What I'd actually like to do next is invite Manuel Sevilla, who is the Chief Technology and Innovation Officer with Capgemini, to talk about your journey with Contact Center and Cisco.
Good morning, Jano.
Thank you, Manuel.
Good morning,
Please,
everyone.
have a seat. Okay, so Manuel, we've talked about customer experience, contact center, and AI. I'd love to maybe have you share with the audience first a bit about Capgemini and what you and your team do to support your customers.
So as you may know, Capgemini is a huge company, very well known for consultancy and IT. I've been 20 years in Capgemini in many roles, but 6 years ago I've joined an entity named Business Services. We deliver operational services for our customers. So we deliver finance and accounting, HR, customer interactions, and supply chain services to our customers. So it's daily operations. And of course, to do that, we need to work in a way that we're absolutely transparent with the customers, so that we are part of the customer team. So we use Cisco typically to have only one way to connect everyone, independently if they're Capgemini or from the customer's team. Okay, so it's a complete transparent and smooth way to deliver these services. So internally, when they call, or even when the customers or suppliers call us, they don't even know that we're outside. They're just called the company of our number, of the number for our company, and they're routed to us in a very transparent and smooth way.
Great, and something you've taken on recently is migrating from an on-premises infrastructure into cloud for your contact center and calling. Could you talk about that?
It's an interesting topic because we are 25,000 people delivering that every day, okay? And the market of outsourcing has really changed years ago from now. Years ago, it was a cost play, how to be the cheapest one, and they were outsourcing to reduce the cost. Now they outsource to transform. The companies have understood that the opportunity to give that kind of operations to a company like us is the way for us to finally transform the way it's done. Which means we have to be not only cheap in delivering the service, but also innovative all the time. Being innovative means something very simple. We have to work with our partners where R&D is spent. So that's why we decided 5 years ago to do a massive move to cloud operation. So that move to cloud went in 3 big steps. First one, adding more and more native SaaS partners in our business areas. Second one, it was all the telephony topic, and I will deep dive on that, of course. And third one, it's a complete infra move, so that will decommission all of our infrastructure on-premise to be fully on the cloud. Last year, we have ended the move to cloud of Cisco from our telephony to the contact center enterprise, so CC, on the cloud. We did it really for one key reason. CC was able to allow us to keep all of the features that we had before on the cloud without any impact on production. So we're not at all impacting the features. It's important to understand because we are working for more than 100 of customers, each of them with their own contracts. And if we are changing the feature, the way we deliver the functionalities, it could lead to infinite contract discussion with them. So we had to find a way to move without altering it. And we took the risk to go to CC, despite the fact we are the first global program of CC, because we deliver our customers everywhere in the world. We follow the sun. So we have customers in Asia, in Europe, in US, and we had to move it everywhere. So the move to cloud has not been easy at all, not only because of that, but also because we came with very hard features. We have extended disaster recovery, high availability across the globe. Okay? So it's interesting because we work with you in fine-tuning the product to support customers like us with our level of expectation. That's extremely important. And honestly, it was a risky move, okay? Because we were sure that that move was not going to be as smooth as it has been. First of all, we took a partner. We work with Savin, who is very specialized in the migration. It's important because our teams are not only capable to do the migration, but they were focused on business continuity. Very important. So we needed to have an expertise to do it. And we did it with about 12 waves in a year and a half to make it happen. These waves were not at all easy for two reasons. Technical reasons. We had to really change the way it was working, but also a topic that is more and more important today. Compliance, data regulation, data allocation, contractual aspect with the customers, etc. So we did a complete transformation program with our customers. Every of our customers signed a document giving us the ability to use Cisco, but also Amazon, Azure, and Google as a place to store data, as a place to process data, all the rules on data privacy, where data will be located, etc. And I have to give you a big feedback on this one. With all of the customers, it has been signed easily. Of course, some customers are always the one who are asking a lot of details. You know that. Not all of the customers are the same. But we have been able to make it everywhere. So I don't know if it was just the COVID phase that happened or whatever, but the teams, especially our sales, who were scared about that move to cloud, today are very happy about it because our customers are even asking us, why you're not on the cloud to our competitors. Okay, so we're already doing it. And now we're moving to next step.
Yep.
Because after we ended that wave, it was December last year, so you said it's very, very recent, okay? After we did it, now we go to the next step, which is innovation. Now we're on the cloud, and you see a lot of things in this event, and you will keep seeing it. It's about using the marketplace on top of Cisco CCE, using the innovations of Cisco, using all the GenAI wave to now bring more value to our customers. Because I insist, our business moved from a cost business up to an outcome-based business. So how do we generate more value to our customers? And GenAI and all of this picture will be the key for that. So we're just at the beginning of a transformation wave.
Yep.
But we're a very happy customer and partner of Cisco, of course.
Absolutely.
As you can see, big adventure.
Absolutely, and I think just to reiterate, right, it is the velocity of the innovation that will now come, that's the benefit, right? The fact that we as a platform have all these capabilities, we have a great partner ecosystem that bring pieces in, and then working with you on that transition as you move forward.
Absolutely, and velocity is very important because imagine that we had not done the move to cloud so early. We would have at the same time to do the move to cloud to access all these technologies and the innovation at the same time. We would be dead.
Absolutely.
Now we can just focus on innovation and make it happen. So that's really the big change that's happening.
Great. Well, Manuel, thank you so much for sharing with the audience. Hopefully you got something out of that, and thank you for being a great customer and a partner for Cisco.
Thanks a lot, John.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank
all
you,
the
Manuel.
time. Thank
Absolutely.
you. Take care.
All right, so Manuel described our journey together, right? Capgemini and Cisco. But that's not the only customer out there. In fact, we serve 3.6 million agents across our premises and cloud products across 36,000 organizations, lots of organizations. This is how we've learned. This is how we understand why and what matters to you as a business in delivering your customer experience. These three words come up over and over and over again when we talk to businesses. The flexibility, as Manuel just described, where are you on your journey? Right, journey to the cloud, journey in your customer experience, all these pieces. We will meet you where you are so you can meet your customers where they are. Some businesses are still heavily voice. Others are adopting digital. That's okay. The platform we have, the products we have allow you to bring these capabilities incrementally online. Like we just said, it's a journey together. So meeting you where you are, that's the flexibility. Reliability, we recognize and understand that contact centers are the lifeblood of business. And so having that uptime is key. And then finally, continuity, allowing your business to continue forward as we're bringing these new innovations to you. You adopt at your pace. These are critical characteristics. We get it, we understand. And that's how we're here to support you on your journey. That journey is also global. Most folks sitting right now probably can name at least 5 countries that your business interacts with customers in. We can help you on this. We can support your agents across 87 countries thanks to our 7 data centers, the 7th coming online this year, meaning that no matter where your customers are, you're ready for them. And that flexibility, again, it starts with how. How do you want or need to deploy? We are the only vendor in industry that continues to support some of the most sensitive and critical workloads due to compliance and security with our on-premises product. If that's where you need to be, that's okay. We will support you and bring that innovation to you. But we also have our cloud architectures, Webex Contact Center Enterprise, Webex Contact Center, an architecture to meet every need. Then we can talk about adopting those capabilities, bringing that AI online to better support your customer, your agents, and your supervisors. That's our approach. Again, it's incremental, it builds on these, but it starts with flexibility for you and how you need to run your contact center. Now, changing tracks a little bit, I want to close on this. We believe that great customer experience is every single employee's responsibility. Not just the agents that pick up the phone, not just the supervisors that watch your agents, and not just the developers that might be building these integrations in those apps. Every employee. And that's why we've introduced what we call our Webex Customer Experience Essentials. Let me walk you through this slide. We'll start on the left-hand side. Webex Customer Experience Basic is included with our Webex suite. If you've got calling, you've got those capabilities, a basic call center. We've always had on the right-hand side our standard and premium for true contact center agents and supervisors. But we recognize there's an emerging group of employees who need to participate in that customer engagement, but they're not a full-on agent or supervisor. And the simple voice multi-line may not be enough. They need customer context. They might need to engage across digital and voice. That's where Essentials fits in. This is for your back office employees or customer-facing teams that aren't necessarily in the contact center, but still contribute to that customer journey. That's why we brought Essentials in, to give you that flexibility so any employee can be customer obsessed. And because of that, we can meet you anywhere where you are on your journey towards this North Star of customer experience. And we're going to make that better with AI. Because AI is going to help your human agents do things faster and better. It's going to help your supervisors understand and run that contact center better. And it's going to power the next generation of virtual agents. And again, with Cisco, we have a heritage in real-time media and voice and video. These are going to continue to be key for the high-value, super stressful situations. And that's why we are the right partner for you as you move forward in your customer experience journey. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this and learned some new things.